So I think everybody can agree that we like cars. I think everybody in this room can agree that we like cars one way or another, driving them, modifying them, playing them in video games. But you know, automobiles are a very, very expensive hobby to have. How much would you pay for these? I don't know, $2, maybe $5, maybe $10 for one with those like cool box arts, or maybe 20 is a lot of money. 20 for one of those premium ones. I have one of those premium ones. Those are expensive. $20 for one of those really cool ones, or maybe one of those sets. These are close to pocket change compared to this very curated, very specific list of very expensive Hot Wheels, and also a comparable list of their real life counterparts. If you can buy the Hot Wheels, you can also buy the car. And we're gonna start off with Olds 442 is a Hot Wheel casting designed by Larry Wood. This guy, which debuted in 1971, a Hot Wheels range of vehicles, based on the 1970 Oldsmobile 442. Now you can see the resemblance. It is undoubtedly the rarest overall casting of all cars from the Red Line era, and they are highly sought after, even in horrible condition. Do you want to guess how much one of these costs? Roughly, you know, $100, $1,000, and we're talking about good examples. $1,000 for a good Hot Wheels. Well, whatever your guess was, it was completely wrong, because according to our sources, singular source, they cost about $12,000. 12. I don't even have that many fingers. $12,000 for a Hot Wheels. That is an astronomical price. You can buy this car that you're sitting right now like 5 times over at least for the same price of a Hot Wheels. That's a die-cast car. You could go to your local toy store and buy like a billion gajillion Hot Wheels right there for this one singular purple guy. Purple guy! And also, this is not a Oldsmobile 442, because those are also a very expensive car. But you can buy an Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme for a similar price with a whole V8, and you can also have like a couple $1,000 left over. The 1969 brown custom Dodge Charger. The custom Charger is a Hot Wheels casting which debuted in 1969. Nice Hot Wheels range of vehicles, and it is based on the real-life 1969 Dodge Charger. And the custom Charger could be found in a variety of Spectra Flame colors, some of which are very rare and hard to find, obviously, and also very desirable. Of particular note are custom Chargers painted in a Spectra Flame brown. Only a handful are known to exist and are regarded as one of the rarest and most valuable Hot Wheels of the Spectra Flame era. Some vehicles have been claimed to be brown, but on closer inspection, it becomes apparent that they are merely a darker shade of the more common Spectra Flame Orange, the common one. This casting particularly has a slight increase in price compared to the last one, and nothing compared to the most expensive car on this list. This is not a big increase, but paying $13,000 for a brown Charger is crazy, genuinely. You can get specifically this police look-alike Dodge Charger. It's a modern one, yeah, but a Dodge Charger for roughly the same price. And yes, it is a V6, and it's super cringe. But some of you, if you are ready to buy a toy car, some of you might like this childish ass shit. I think this is also something that looks slightly cooler than a brown model Charger. Brown, it's poopy color. It is poop. The 1968 Overchrome Chevy Camaro. The Chevy Camaro is one of the most legendary muscle cars of all time, and much like its real-life counterpart, this rare Hot Wheels model is extremely desirable. Produced in 1968 for internal advertising purposes. The 1968 overchrome Chevy Camaro, painted in the lime or antifreeze, may not look like anything out of the ordinary, especially for Hot Wheels, but this model is one of only 20 to boast this exact color scheme. And this is a large spike in price compared to the brown. This is believed to be anywhere from $25,000 to $35,000 in price.
Here comes the money.
And that is a mega increase. That is double the increase. You can get your very own classic Camaro as a project car, or not even as a project car, for $35K. Or you can buy the car, or not a car, or a die-cast. The 1968 Strawberry Overchrome Mustang. Much like its overchrome counterpart, Chevy Camaro, the 1968 Strawberry Overchrome Mustang is one of the rarest Hot Wheels ever made. It was never put into production. It was meant for advertisement purposes also, and there were only 2 ever produced, with the whereabouts of the elusive second example still a mystery. This rare model was bought by collector Arthur Thomas, this guy, in 2005, the year I was born, for $40,000 after it was found in an estate sale of a collector's mobile home. $40,000. I'm going to show you. This is how much $40,000 is adjusted for inflation from 2005. That is crazy. But, you know, the real mystery is how this internal use only Hot Wheels came to reside in a trailer. But for a car without an engine, this model has certainly seen some miles. Some sources believe that today it could be worth as much as $50,000 and probably more. And imagine spending upwards of $50,000 for a Mustang. I understand that this is something that is extremely rare, one of one, and has a good reason to be priced where it is. But you can also buy a whole ass working Mustang for $50K. Even, I think I'm gonna try finding even less than $50K. Less than $50K. Or a one of one. This is probably the coolest one. In my opinion, the coolest one. A 1969 pink rear-loading Volkswagen bus beach bomb. I think everyone was waiting for this car to be on this list. This is the most expensive, but also the most famous example of a Hot Wheels that costs more than my entire life, based on a highly collectible Volkswagen bus. This one, and inspired by the late 1960s surf culture, the beach bomb is not only an oddity for vintage Hot Wheels, but was a real challenge for designers. Boasting its own surfboard. When this prototype was created, the boards hanging out of the back made the toy unbalanced, so the design had to change with the surfboards attached to the side like this. This is the beach bomb pre-whatever, and this is the beach bomb now, I guess. This rare Hot Wheels model is worth more than the real 1969 Volkswagen bus, which has an average used price
$60,000.
Compared to, like, the actual car, the beach bomb is so expensive, and there are only a few of the rear-loading prototypes in existence, only 2 as pink examples, with one now being owned by devoted Hot Wheels collector Bruce Pascal. This guy. Let's be honest, this is a toy that you want to hide behind a safe door, bulletproof glass, lasers, like in the Spy movies, 2 Ashton Hall-looking guys with machine guns at the door, and with Face ID, and with fingerprint ID, on an island at Point Nemo. And I understand this is a super, like, specific nerd, super nerd car thing. And of course, this thing has history, and it's almost steezy, if I say so myself. You can buy a Volkswagen bus, a fully restored one, extremely well-kept example, for less than this model car. Next time you go to the store, you go into the toys aisle and go into the Hot Wheels section. Take a moment, just take a second, and maybe, just maybe, that €2 Hot Wheel could be worth than an actual car in 50 years. If nobody touches it, if it's super quirky and weird, and you put it in a safe, then maybe you can have a Hot Wheels that costs more than my entire life. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're into hot rods, muscle cars, JDM, surf vans, or just cool diecasts. Hot Wheels aren't just toys, they're tiny stories, and they're memories.
Thank you guys for watching #Bukte. Click here if you want to check out other videos we've made. Click here if you want to check out our channel. Drive safe, don't be stupid, and see you next time.